Om Gama Ganeshaya Namah. My friends, many times this question comes that about career counseling. Like, many child come, even I do also consultation, like which are the natural promises where I can build up my career? What type of line I should choose? What will be my career? Like, will I be a doctor, an engineer, into IT, into law, into education, into acting, into movies, into sports? So what is Jyotish saying about this? How to identify the profession of from a chart? Now, first of all, like let me put a very straightforward answer that in classical days and in today's context, there are ample number of jobs which has increased. There are several new profiles which have come. So it is very hard to identify the particular job of an individual, but the nature of the job, like which kind of job this person may do or will the natural promise that you can actually understand from the particular Lagna chart with the help of few sutrams, which I'm going to discuss now. So, what are the things important is the important things is basically follow this particular chart. The important things is basically the 10th house, the 10th lord, where the 10th lord is based, the planet aspecting the 10th house, and Saturn, because Saturn is a karaka of profession, karma. So these are the few things which are very important to understand about the aspects which are there in the 10th house. There are no planet in this particular chart, so the aspects of Mercury is there. So the aspects in the 10th house, the position of the 10th lord, the planet it is based with the 10th lord, the house where it is based in the 10th, like the 10th lord is based, and the particular this Karmakaraka Saturn, and the planet conjunction or the, the with it, or it is sitting idle like that. In the 10th house, there is Drishti of Saturn. We can see there is Drishti of Mercury. Now, careful if you see this particular gentleman. Also, two things you need to also see, rather three things, which I personally see in my chart. That is the planet which is based in the 10th house in the Taurus Rashi in Navamsha. In Navamsha, it is based in Venus. Like the Venus is based here. So Venus is only based in the 10th house. So I made the Navamsha as per the Lagna chart. So I made the Rashitulya Navamsha and seeing what is a planet based in the particular 10th house in the Navamsha. That is also one indication. Second indication is like the, the in the Ashtaka Varga, also see which is the planet which has given the highest point in the 10th house. Here, if you see, you will see that Mercury has given the highest point. An ascendant is there, which has given the highest point. Lastly, you need to see the particularly the Karma Nakshatra, which is the 10th nakshatra from the Janma Nakshatra. But if you're using the Sarvadabhadra Chakra, then there is a 28 nakshatra scheme. Sometimes it is the 11th nakshatra which falls as per this particular Sarvadabhadra Chakra. So you need to follow this particular thing where you'll be seeing that the 10th nakshatra, like in this case, it is Shravana, which has come. Usually Chitra, so the Mars nakshatra could have come, but here Shravana is coming because it's a 28 nakshatra scheme. Shravana is of moon. Now, what we have to do is we just, I just want to show you. Let me tell you, this gentleman, let me tell you about the profession. This gentleman is basically working as a municipal engineer in a, big this municipal corporation in West Bengal. Now, how we are identifying this? Let me give you the insight. Uh, this chart is basically like the person who is based here. He is working in the solid waste and sanitation department of a big municipal area, as I have said. You can see that first we will see the Saturn, the Karma Karaka. So the Karma Karaka is with Rahu. It is based with Rahu, and both the Drishti are there because Saturn is in a conjunction. So Saturn and Rahu both, they are having the Drishti in the 10th house. So Rahu is also having Drishti in the 10th house. Rahu represents sun. Also, Rahu has the nature of Saturn because it is with Saturn, and it gave a drishti in this particular 10th house. Now, whoever, now to further clarify, the profession can be betterly understood, or in fact, anything in the particular chart can be betterly understood if the karakas are known. If your vocabulary of the karaka is not large, then it is very tough to understand. If the vocabulary is large and it is authentic, then it is easier to understand. So this I take the help of Nadi astrology for it, because Nadi astrology has got a very big basket of vocabulary. From there, actually, I'm making you try to understand. So as you can see that the Karma Karaka Saturn is with Rahu in the Leo sign. Now, Rahu actually signifies waste and harmful chemicals and products. Okay. And this particular sign, Leo, which falls in the fifth house, the house of sun, it actually denotes state government in Nari astrology as well. So we can see that Saturn, the profession Karaka, is based particularly, and Saturn is also the sixth lord, so the service lord. It is based with Rahu, who is the the particular representative of the state government, like the the Leo sign sun, and it is aspecting the 10th house. And Rahu also denotes the particularly wasteful products, chemicals, and hazardous thing, and those type of things, which is of a lower value, lower credibility value. So that is the first information which we are getting in this particular thing. Now, you can also see that the 10th lord is Venus, who is there in his own sign in third house. It, when a planet is based in his own house, own sign, it also makes the other Rashi of that particular planet stronger. That means when Venus is there in his own house, since it is particularly Venus sign only, it is also making the 10th house stronger. So making the professional promises stronger. And it is, the Venus is the Karaka of vehicle. We all know that Venus is the Karaka of vehicle, and Moon is the Karaka of water. Now, this particular seven, which is Libra, Libra denotes actually public dealing. Saturn is exalted in Libra, so it is public dealing. It's where you are like dealing with the public. The natural Kalpurush, this is the seventh house sign. So here, basically, this gentleman, which Venus, which is the vehicle Karaka, Moon and Venus together is also the Karaka. The it makes a combination of a vehicle in the third house of transits, because third house is also related to vehicle and transits. So he is basically in a department which is like, his role is basically, he works in a department where he actually, the all the tractors which carries the water in different areas in the municipal areas. That is his role actually, that he is responsible for that department. So supplying water in the municipal area, all across the municipal area, supplying the water through a vehicle tractors. Now, since Mercury is aspecting this particular house, Mercury is basically, and also you see it is in the house, this, Scorpio. Now, Scorpio also denotes dump yard, then the, the graveyard, dump yard, and the depot, and those kind of wasteful areas, hospitals, and those kind of wasteful areas. Mercury is the karak of clerk or small officer. And Mercury is also the karaka of a person who actually deals on papers. So this gentleman actually, he is actually a record keeper. He keeps a record of the vehicle which gives water in all the locality area, third house, local in all the locality area, and his role is basically to keep the records. As you can see, keeping the records. Now, as we could see that Saturn is with Rahu, and Rahu is the the particularly the the representative of Sun, and but Rahu is the Karaka of also temporary or the the lower profile jobs. So the matter of fact is, this gentleman, although he works in this particular corporation for the last 15-20 years, but he is yet to be confirmed by the government. He's not a confirmed employee. He's not a confirmed employee. This particular Saturn Rahu, as the combination, you can see this Rahu. Jupiter, there is no aspect, although the second house of Jupiter, there is Saturn. But Jupiter is actually going backward because it is retro. So this Saturn and Rahu, this combination has given him, because it is aspecting this 10th house, and it is the Sun representative. So he and the state government. So he's in his government profile, but his profile, his confirmation with the government has is yet to be yet to come. And he's basically in a department which is basically a vehicle department in the third house, supplying water all across a municipal area and through tractors. And he actually keeps a record. He keeps a daily record, like, how much the lubricant is used, how much the water is distributed, number of tanks, number of, then the labor payments and those kind of things. He is responsible for that. So basically, a kind of a technical and clerical, both kind of a profile he is doing. And so what he has done education wise, actually, as you could see, the fifth house of learning has got the ninth house, ninth lord, Mars, based out here with Sun. So he has actually done technical studies. He has done ITI in machineries, like, in mechanical engineering, in IT, not engineering, it is like mechanical, like machine related. So he's done basically ITI, and it was a government institute because Sun is there with Mars. So government. So gone from the government institute, he has done the this particular machinery related studies. After that, he has joined here as a non-conforming employee who is taking care of distribution of water and sanitation and the solid waste in different municipal areas in Kolkata. So this is how actually by just now here also you see Mercury has given the highest point, and in the Janma Nakshatra also, we could see it was Ravana, which is related to moon. And since Venus is also with moon, so the moon related profession he is doing. In the Navamsha chart also, if you see in the 10th house, there is Venus. Venus is the Karaka of vehicle. So this is the profile what this gentleman is actually, is handling. So, in this way, by understanding the planet which are aspecting the 10th house, the 10th lord based in the which house? The house you have to see. If it is in the fourth house, it could have been related to buildings. So he could have been in the PWD buildings like department. If it is fifth house, it can be related to basically your educations and entrepreneurships and those kind of things, learning related, training related, those kind of things. Sixth house would have been purely service related, government service, purely service related. Seventh house could have been business, could have been even vehicle, could have been even transit related, could have been even related to any kind of public dealing profile. Eighth house, it could have been related to your this particular overseas, or like again related to export import, where water is required, transportation is required, even the LIC, or like or even like this kind of, whenever the 10th lord goes to the 8th house and that person is not in the foreign area, it can also give like ups and downs in the career. That is also there. In the ninth house, it could have been the related to a job which is in the distance area, which can be related to higher education, university related, judiciary related, and those kind of things. 10th house is like, you will be known for your work. If the Lagna Lord is there in the 10th house, or the 10th, whichever planet is there in the 10th house, is actually shine always. That's the main set of indication of the profession. So 10th house can be like related to like, the overall how the world knows him. So that can be the thing. If it is 11 house, that can be related to business, that can be related to something gains, can be related to stocks, can be related to your even some commissioning business and those kind of things. If it is 12th house, it can be related to medical, even 6, 8, and 12. These are also related to medicals. So it can be related to medical, can be related to foreign. You also need to see the Rashi which is coming here. If it is a water Rashi, if it is a and if it is 12th house, the 10th lord is based, then it can be related to foreign, journeys related to foreign, and those kind of things. Related to second house, if the planet is there, then it can be related to a family business. Even the fourth house can also give you a family business. So if it is a second house, then it can be related to family business, it can be related to food, it can be related to anything which is related to the face area or the mouth area, or related to finance. Even 11th house can be related to finance, gains, and those kind of things. And third house is basically related to your marketing, which related to your transportation, related to in the post office kind of a job and those kind of thing. So you just need to understand the particular house where the 10th lord is based, the planet which are based in the 10th house, the aspects which are there in the 10th house. Based on that, and the highest point was given in the 10th house, and the Navamsha, which is the planet is based in 10th house. Based on that, knowing the Karakas will help you to predict the nature of the job this individual will be in this particular profession. And must see Saturn always, must see Saturn, whether it is making a connection, what kind of connection it is making. Just a Saturn combination can give you an idea, identification, like he's a doctor, he's an engineer. But what kind of doctor, what kind of engineer, whether he's a gynecologist, whether he's a skin specialist, that the 10th Lord will be giving you the idea. So that is there. Now, bearing all this, the important thing is to understand the dasha which will be in operation. So, what you need to do is you need to see the time of, like, the year when he is born. So it is 78. So that means tentatively in an Indian context, a person tentatively, averagely start his job or career earliest, like, from the 20s, like the earliest by 22, 23. That time the career actually starts. For maximum, it starts in 24, 25. So basically, the 22 to 25, 26, this person will be he will be at least trying for a job, if not in the higher studies. So in that case, you also need to see the dasha. So if he's born in 78, 25th is like the particular Jupiter Dasha. So if it is in the Jupiter Dasha, the status of the Jupiter, whether Jupiter is connected, well in the chart, here Jupiter is there in the this particularly this your this 12th house. But if you see from the moon, it is there in the 10th house. So even from the moon, it is there in the 10th house. So basically, the 10th related to professions or jobs, either from the lagna or from the particularly from the moon, that will help you to understand whether this person will be getting a job or not during that time, and what kind of a job that will be. Since it is Jupiter job, so it's more of a managerial kind of a position he is also enjoying in this particular municipal corporation. So this is how actually, it will help you to predict about the profession of an individual. So maybe in future I will make videos on doctors, engineers, and the different types of profession that can give you further insight. But basically, what you need to do is you need to see the planet based in the 10th house, 10th lord, in which house, in which sign, and that sign and that house related also profession. You need to understand the first, the type of aspects it is giving in the 10th house, and the planet which are associated with Saturn. This will give you the nature of the profession as a thumb rule. So thank you, friends. Any question you may ask me in my this particular video.